Hi everyone, welcome back to Fragrance Finder. Today we're going to be trying to answer the question, should you buy Armaf Club de Nuit Intense Man Parfum? Let's get to it. This is a Parfum launched in the year 2022, so fairly recent because it's January 2023 as we're recording this right now. No idea who the perfumer is because House Armaf does not specify, but let's take a look at the bottle. So it's a jet black piano finish, so absolute fingerprint magnet. I brushed my finger across this chain and it just snapped. I don't particularly care too much about the diamonds, but other than that, pretty solid construction. Let's give it a spray. Now, as you may already know, Club de Nuit Intense Man, the EDT and the EDP are pretty popular alternatives and clones to Creed Aventus. Now, the opening for this is very citrusy, just like Aventus would be, except instead of bergamot and pineapple, it's a lot more lemony. Now, carrying over, it's still lemony, but on the dry down, it's a lot more woody, a lot more smoky, and a tiny bit musky. Now, the best way I would try to describe how Club de Nuit Intense Man Parfum smells is if you walked into a forest after a forest fire and you took a bunch of lemons and started vigorously rubbing them on the bark, that would be this fragrance. Now, just like Creed Aventus, I would say Club de Nuit Intense Man Parfum can be worn all year round, day or night. I think this is most ideally suited though for fall time as a day or night going out fragrance because it's a lot smokier and a lot woodier than the EDT and EDP versions, as well as Creed Aventus. As for the demographic, what I picture is someone in their late 30s to late 40s wearing this fragrance. Now I'm going to rate this fragrance in 5 categories. This is going to be how this particular batch works on my skin, so the experience may be different for you. As for longevity, this gets an 8 out of 10. I get a solid 6 hours of wear out of it, so it's pretty much the same as Creed Aventus. As for projection, this gets an 8 out of 10 as well. It's a pretty solid sillage, right at about arm's reach, I would say. As for my personal rating, I give this an 8.5 out of 10. I like it. It's a lot more smoky and a lot more woody and a lot more lemony than Creed Aventus is, but I think it's a solid fragrance. As for uniqueness, I give this a 7 out of 10. If it were the EDT or EDP versions I was reviewing, it'd probably be a bit lower just because they're closer to Aventus, I would say. This, I believe, the Parfum version sets itself apart pretty well because it's a lot smokier, a lot woodier, and because of those lemony notes, I can't really mistake it for Creed Aventus. So 7 out of 10. As for value, this gets a 9 out of 10. It's about $80 Canadian for the 150 ml bottle. Now that's pretty solid dollar to juice ratio, and it's a pretty great quality scent, so you can't really go wrong. Now, when we total all the scores and average it out, Armaf Club de Nuit Intense Man Parfum gets an 8.1 out of 10. Now, we've done comparison videos of this alongside the original Creed Aventus, as well as other homages and clones of Aventus. So if you're curious about these, check out the links down below. See you next time.